Hello, everybody. That burp means we're in the Oddballs universe again. Good old Segu. The giant saguaro cactus is a bit gassy, as always. I, of course, am Ethan Banville, co-creator of Oddballs. Hello, everybody. James is out and about working on his next video, so stay tuned for that on his channel. But here, we're going to look at some storyboards and the final animation for Breaking and Entering, which is episode 2 on Netflix. You can watch it actually for free as well on the Netflix After School YouTube channel if you just want to stay on YouTube. But here we go. These episode cards. Love them. Maria Vatan, our design lead, she did all of these with a little consult from Sarah So. So, of course, I brought this one in just to show you guys what the before poster looked like. And in the boards, it was the Peachy phone. And then, of course, we discovered that we could not actually use the Peachy phone because I guess somebody has copywritten it somewhere. So we were left with a peach with a bite out of it in the top right there.
Nope.
Now, Max, very flexible. And you'll notice in about a second, you're going to hear a big crunch. And that's because we really wanted to play up his bones like cracking as his neck was turning, because he does a lot of like deep neck turns and deep twists and stuff like that. And you'll see in the boards here that he just turns that once. But of course, in full animation, he goes that extra mile.
Mine is a tracking device embedded in my neck. But if you can get your parents to give you a cool new smartphone, you can give me your dumb old emergency flip phone.
So yes, we like to play up the gross out moments. And of course, any kind of bone breaking or splattering or anything we can do, we do that just for you guys because we love it as well. Now, this sequence I included because it was kind of our homage to James's video, which was basically one of the earlier videos that I saw of James's, which was My Mom's Cruel and Unusual Punishments. And that was kind of one of the videos, that and Roommates, that kind of made me want to work with James, and we started working on the show together. So I always love going back to a little bit of Mom, and of course we had to make James's mom in the show also have kind of cruel and unusual punishments. And the way that this entire episode came up was that my sister Jenna, of course, who Max's sister is named after, she has two boys, and they were constantly, like, I swear it was once a week I would like talk to her, and she was replacing another phone screen or having to get another phone or whatever it was. And of course the boys always had an excuse. Somebody bumped into them, somebody stepped on their bag when it was on the floor, whatever their excuse was. Of course, I'm sure they just whacked it in some way, dropped it, and wanted to blame somebody else. So we thought, hey, that's a great episode because everybody can relate to it. The kids who break their phones, or adults who break their phones as well. And of course, the parents that have to replace them. So why not play on James's mom's cruel and unusual punishments and how she would handle that situation versus what we do in the real world.
All right, everybody. If this works, children will finally understand how to be responsible with a phone. Janine, I want you to run all power to my station. Jim, grab a fire.
Now, Jim, our character design supervisor, Jennifer, this is her dad. It's actually based after her dad. So when some of the team found out, about her dad, they were like, oh, you got to do a character after him. So that's Jim.
No, 2, in case this thing gets out of control.
I know I already said this, but what?
Sorry, honey, can't hear you. Too much teeth.
So obviously very close, the boards and the full animation here. We definitely have a lot of moments that in the boards we're like, follow those because they just work so well. And of course, you can't have a phone without a voice ringing out of it for the ringtone. And James's ringtone is basically him singing a ringtone. And we had to dance around this a little bit because it's kind of a familiar ringtone, but we had to make it just different enough.
What the heck? Hello?
It worked! You're a smart
So I put this in just because I love the redheaded woman, in the original board. She's just smashing that thing to the ground. And I absolutely love it. And I love how excited she is about it afterwards. Just because they turned a kid into a smartphone.
How did you do that?
So now this, of course, is Max enjoying the spoils of James being a smartphone. I put this in here just because I wanted to show you guys kind of sometimes what the board artist will do with kind of more fluid movements that they want to show. So they'll actually do kind of a loop of a couple of boards, almost like when you would take a thing of Post-it notes and you draw, stop motion animation almost, where you flip through them and it kind of is like a flip book. That's what it's called. That's kind of what they do in the boards as well.
Oh, you just said you wanted, and it got delivered.
I'm a smartphone. I thought my mom meant I'd break like one or take a call, but I'm like,
So you can kind of see there,
meant I'd break like
chomp,
one or
chomp, chomp,
take a call.
chomp, chomp. So that's basically what they'll do with a lot of moments like that. There's another moment I'll show you when we get to emo, like the wolf stank of James going through the locker for deodorant.
But I'm like a full-fledged smartphone.
Oh, what else can you do?
Is it amazing?
You can't see it?
No, I got blinding lights shooting out of my eyes. And this app,
So that's just a fun moment because, of course, we all know what it's like to turn our flashlight on and get it right in the face or somebody else's. Now, this moment I left in because, as you can see, on the left, it's a girl. On the right, it's a boy. But the network did not want us to have Max in one of the upcoming scenes throw a girl. But apparently it's okay to throw a boy. So that is why the character was switched from a girl to a boy.
app takes your picture and shows you what you look like as a baby.
But either way, they both like blowing bubbles. And Max is way too excited about this. I mean, listen to that laughter. Amazing. Love that, Max.
What?
Now this I put in because Foodball Joe had a very, very long journey. He is a character that was not really enjoyed by Netflix as much as we enjoyed doing him, and Fred Stoller, who voices him, always funny to do. So you'll see that the expressions in the boards, he's a lot meaner than the expressions. He's like meaner and more aggressive and almost scary compared to in the final animation.
That was a joke. People these days don't understand the vernacular.
Yeah, 1 star just means you suck.
Yeah, that's what it means. And I don't like that. And I'm not making you food until you change that review and make it not, meaning it sucks.
So he's pretty angry there.
All right, fine, I'll change it. There you go, 5 stars. You made me a liar. Now please cook us some pizza balls.
Are you on pizza balls? Well, I can't.
Now, obviously, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit scarier there between the two.
The deep fryer thermostat's broken and I can't afford to replace it. You ruining my business.
So there you go. It's him totally freaking out as compared to kind of more casual, arms twisted Foodball Joe up in the corner. And the boot hat, that's so early on that we put that in, and it was Carl Ferrolo, aka Stewart, who basically wanted to make him seem kind of insane and eccentric in some way. So boot hat.
My business.
So that's it for Breaking and Entering. Part 1. We will show you the rest of the episode and some more boards versus final animation to come. You'll see kind of an extra little bit that was built out in animation versus the boards for the moment we just left off on, Max scraping James's face, as well as a few other moments that got built on from the boards, and the animators brought even more fun that the board artists had already done. So I hope you love watching these. Hope you like seeing a little behind the scenes. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.